What is up, guys? Silver Warrior here. Today, I'm going to be unboxing a package from YNumismetals Collector. Now, if you don't know, YNumismetals Collector does similar videos to mine. He's a silver and gold investor. And what it was is the reason this whole trade got started was because I, as you might know, ordered a decent amount of silver and nickels not too long ago. And he was interested in trading, so we ended up doing a pretty big trade. I was thinking, alright, maybe just some silver nickels or some coins, whatever, some higher premium stuff. And we ended up doing a huge trade, so I already know most of the stuff in here, but he threw in a few surprises for me, and I did for him as well. So I don't know exactly everything that's going to be in here, but I got a bunch of stuff to show you, a lot of proofs, a lot of old coins, and just a lot of interesting stuff for you guys to see. Sorry about that. So if you guys are here from YNumismetals Collector, you saw the name of his channel on mine, and you're like, alright, what's up with this? Then my channel is just a daily silver channel. I'm devoted to making daily silver videos, which I've been doing for the past approximately 7 months, I want to say. Maybe more like 8 months at this point. Yeah, probably closer to 8 months. And I do a lot of advice videos on silver. So if you ever want to check out any of my other videos, I would really appreciate it. Okay. So, being very careful not to show my address here. Yeah. Here is the bubble wrap. It looks like he sent me a handwritten note, which I'm going to read later once I'm done with this, because I don't know if he wants everyone to see it. Other than mentioning each other's channel's names, we didn't really discuss exactly what details we'd go into. So actually, he might mention something important on the note, so I'm going to read it right now, and I'll be back in a second. So never mind, it was nothing too personal. He was just saying thanks to me, saying thank you, Silver Warrior, and everything, and, all that good stuff, and saying he hopes to trade with me again. Happy to complete the trade with me. So, if you don't comment on the video why YNumismetals, I am going to let you know that everything came just as, you said it would today. And you should expect the package from me soon. Now, I did not know you were going to ship yours out today, or else I could have done the same for you. So I really do appreciate you doing that for me. Yeah. And as you can see, you got a huge amount of proofs right here. Here are so here are the gifts that he sent me. Look at those last, because I don't want to spoil the surprise. Here's the large cents and the buffalo. Those are the proofs. 2 cents in the steel cent. He organized everything very well. He sent me a lot more stuff than I sent him, because I was sending him higher value coins. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I think this might be one of those silver quarters. Let's see. They might be proofs, something like that. No, this is a proof right here. Can't really tell on the camera, but this is a proof. And if you're wondering why I'm using my tablet camera, it's because my other camera's become way too unreliable, so, I am sorry for that. Sorry about the low quality, but, anyway, if you guys are wondering, if you guys are interested in buying anything in this video, please do let me know. All of it's for sale. I'm sure YNumismetals was planning on keeping all the silver. I don't want anything that's not silver to keep, personally. I traded with him to flip. And if you're wondering, let me just, ask you guys if you think this is a fair trade. Let me try to remember everything I sent out. So, I gave him, 70, high-grade silver nickels, because I got 70 really high-grade ones from the 160 that I bought. 70 of them are really high-grade ones, so I sent those to him. Let's see, I sent those in nice plastic containers. I didn't send them in, cheap rolls. Let's see, what else did I send him? I sent to him, I believe, let me think, that eagle I got, remember that, the really high-grade MS-70 American Silver Eagle, traded that out. Gave him the Canadian Maple Leaf Privy I sent to him. I sent to him 3 peace dollars, a 22 and a couple 23s. And I sent him a few other things, I think, too. I sent him a few silver quarters as the extra, which, oh man, sorry, YNumismetals, if you're watching this, if I spoiled the surprise for you, I didn't mean to, but, sorry, I'll try to tell you not to, listen to that part of the video, but anyway, no, I sent that as a gift, and I sent a few other things to him, too. you know, there was a few other things we did in the trade. I'm trying to remember exactly what everything was. You know, but everything I sent him was silver, so I don't think anything he sent me was silver. But I think overall it was a really good trade. What it was is we traded, obviously not for how much, I don't know how much he paid for all this stuff, but the way we traded was, I traded him, you know, we traded about $550 worth of stuff back and forth, okay? So he sent me what we figured out to be $550 worth of coins. Oh, another thing I just remember was the 1912S Barber $half I sent him. But we traded out, you know, the $550, about $547, I think is what everything came to, worth of stuff to each other, so that we could end up, you know, having a fair trade. So, man, I'm really having trouble doing this one-handed. I'm not good at unboxing stuff with one hand. But yeah, he told me a bunch of stuff he had, and I was like, you know what, dude, I don't really have that many of these coins you're talking about. Or I was thinking this, I just said to him, yeah, dude, I'll just take everything, and we figured it out together that everything would be worth, you know, around $547, so I asked him, well, what other stuff do you want besides those nickels? And he ended up finding $547 worth of stuff that he wanted based on current market value. Now, if you're wondering what I paid for everything that I sent him, I probably paid around $300 or so for everything that I sent him. So everything I buy, you know, I don't buy this stuff that often because I don't really have the money to buy silver all the time. So therefore, I can't really make impulse purchases. And because of that, I am able to, you know, look for good deals and save up for a long time for them. And once I do, I finally can make a purchase. So the two other things besides the 2-cent and steel coins were V nickels and shield nickels and 3-cent nickels that were in here. So all really cool stuff, by the way. This is all stuff I've never really dealt with before besides large cents I've had and I've flipped before, and I've made some money off of what am I thinking? Trying to remember what I was going to say. Oh, buffaloes, obviously. And I've had shield nickels, and, well, actually, no, I've never had shield nickels. I've had V nickels before, I should say. Yeah, so, let me just get everything out for you guys. Like I said, it's a really big trade. At least $550 is big for me, and I'm pretty sure it's a decent for him, too, because there's a lot of his stuff that he traded out. Now, I don't know much about this type of stuff besides, you know, what I could look up for the value and everything, but I definitely know the nickels are not silver. Obviously, they never made a silver nickel. I believe the half dime was silver, which is face value equivalent, but this nickels were never silver. So I got a 43 steel cent, which is nothing. I've had, you know, probably had hundreds of those pass through me before. But then we got 1865 3-cent nickel, 1805 2-cent coin, 1867 3-cent nickel, 1869 3-cent nickel, 1910 V nickel, 08 V nickel, 64 2-cent. I think this is 64, or is this supposed to be 04 or 64? See, now I can't tell. Hold on. Let me look at the coin a little bit. Yeah, those are 60s. I'm sorry, not O. So 65, 64, and I'm guessing that's supposed to be a 6 and not an O. Yeah, it's a 65. Got a shield nickel, which did not tell me the year on. These two shield nickels, maybe they're dateless. Oh, I can definitely see this is 1868. And this one says 1869. So then we got the 1910 V nickel, 1964 2-cent. And yeah, that's about it for that stuff. So, like I said, if you're interested in anything, let me know. I can't really sell out individual coins because it's not going to be enough money in terms of shipping and everything. I mean, unless you're willing to pay for shipping, but I'll say if you're willing to buy over $50 worth of coins, then I will give you free shipping. Anything below that I can't. So let's see. I'm not sure. I think that these are all proofs right here. Some of them, I know some of the proofs are damaged. So otherwise, it would have been a much higher thing. So we got the large cents and then the buffalo. The buffalo is nothing special, but large cents are what I'm interested in. The large cents I did have, I actually sold on eBay. I made a huge flip. Well, not huge, but I made a decent flip on them. Yeah, I think it was, I paid like, for one of them, I paid $15. It was actually on my channel. It's a lot of coins I'd picked up. It was $15 for the large cent. The guy thought everything was foreign coins. Well, at first he thought they were old US coins. I was like, dude, those are all foreign. I didn't tell him that the large cent was a valuable US coin worth $30. So I was like, all right, yeah, he doesn't need to know that. I was like, what do you want for them? I was like, can I get you a 10? It was like 15. I was not in the mood to argue and let the coins go. So I was like, all right, dude, you got yourself a deal. So I bought that, and then I sold the large cent on eBay for $30. So I was like pretty happy with that. It was also came with a 1910 Canadian penny, which I found was like a $10 coin, and everything else was like trash that I just threw in with my miscellaneous foreign coins or whatever. Let's see. So this is my oldest US coin I think ever. 1829 large cent. Never had one. And as you can tell, I don't know too much about these coins because I deal in silver. Silver is more my thing than older clad coins. Personally, I like dealing in older high premium silver, except for wheat pennies. I know a lot about wheat pennies. And then just a dateless buffalo nickel, it's like a $1 coin maybe. You'd probably sell it for $1 at the flea market. Let me just get those all back together. Now the proofs are what I'm really interested in. Unfortunately for me, I know squat about proofs, so the only reason I know what their value was because he's the one that knows more about proofs, YNumismetals, than me. I really don't know anything about them at all personally, so he was kind of telling me what they're worth and stuff, and maybe I shouldn't let someone else tell me what things are worth. But looking at them for myself, I know proofs can go for a lot of money. I just never dealt in them myself because I never, I guess, had the time to do so. And if any of these coins are silver, like not the proofs obviously, but like the 3-cent coins, I don't know if those are silver or 2 cents, you could let me know, then that would be very, very helpful. Hold up, just give me a second. I got them all out, and as difficult as it was for me to unpackage everything, I still appreciate it, obviously, because, just because it was difficult for me also means it'd be difficult for anyone trying to steal anything. And this camera obviously cannot do these coins justice. They are really beautiful. I mean, a few of them are damaged, and we did alter prices because of it. Like this coin, I don't think is really a proof anymore, but it is older. And these are rare coins to get as proofs. I mean, they're not, easy to find. One of them has a little bit of toning on it, I can see. And yeah, so definitely some damaged proofs here. Some of them are flawless, I think, but none of them are completely perfect. Because he obviously had to touch them to get them in here, so none of them are perfect proofs by any means of the word. And then I guess this is a proof too. This quarter, this actually does look pretty flawless to me. I can't tell. Maybe it's a silver one. I've had those silver quarters before myself, and yeah, so I've dealt with those personally. But anyway, this is about everything. I mean, oh wait, no, I almost forgot the gifts. And this is actually chalking up to be one of the longest videos on my channel, come to think of it. Which is one of the reasons why I didn't feel like using the cameras, because I knew the camera would screw up during the video. It would be like, SD card can't be read, and it would just delete all the video like halfway through, and I would be really pissed, so I would, there'd be nothing I could do. Okay, so, let's see. Hey, I got at least one piece of silver out of this 64 silver dime I can add to my junk silver collection. 90% silver, obviously, I already know that. Ooh, die crack, missing edge, weird lettering, nickel. Oh man, that is pretty nasty. the camera quality is so bad you can't even see the lettering on the sides, but that's pretty nasty though, the sides of it. A lot of letters are really messed up. Let me just take a closer look. Yeah, it's a 64 nickel, and I know what you're thinking, but no, it's not silver, obviously. I don't know, I think I already mentioned this in the video, but they never made a silver nickel before. And then we got a purple tone. Ooh, that's pretty shiny actually. 2013 penny. Try to get some better light for you guys. And no, these bars did not come in the trade because these are worth more than $5.50 by themselves. So that would have been an amazing trade on my part. But no, unfortunately, I did not get all these bars in the trade. Yeah, purple toned, really nice. I don't know what's up with this really weird case, but anyway, let's see. We got some wheats in here. 49's nothing, although it does have some kind of weird toning on the back. 51, nothing special about that year. 41, nope, nothing special about that year. 52D, nope. And a 44, plain. So I'll just throw all those in with my, 1,000 or so wheat pennies I already have. 1,500, I don't know. I did used to have more wheat pennies, but as many of you know, I sold them off in favor of getting silver. I sold off a couple thousand of them, which is not a lot for some people, but for me, it was a decent amount. So I think there's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wheat pennies to add to this collection in there. And I got this junk silver dime. I mean, if there ever was a junk silver coin, this one would be. Look at the dirt. So definitely just going to throw that in with my dimes. There's no special Roosevelt dimes anyway. I don't think there's any Key Rosies that I know of, at least. Besides errors, of course. And then the other two coins, I mean, the purple toning one's really cool. That could, these monster toners go for a lot of money sometimes. And the nickel, again, it's cool. I don't know, dude. I don't think the toner is getting worth created because purple toning is, I think, is one of the most common ones, especially like that. If it was some really vibrant toning, maybe I would feature it as its own piece. But other than that, I don't really think it's worth too much. But maybe I'm wrong. You guys let me know. So yeah, all this stuff is for sale. Like I said, free shipping if you're willing to buy over $50 worth of stuff. And let me know if you want to buy anything of it. So let me just lay it all out for you. Make this video as long as possible because, why not? Might as well make it the longest video on my channel. I think the longest video was like one of my guide to investing in silver videos or something. I definitely have videos over 20 minutes, or at least a video over 20 minutes on the channel. Let me just get these coins flipped over. Sorry about this, it's kind of hard to deal with the camera and everything all while unboxing this. And if you were annoyed by this video, you're like, wow, the quality is awful, then I got 2 words for you. You were right, the quality is horrible, and I am sorry for that, but my camera, if you want to buy me a new camera, go ahead. I won't complain. I'll make as many videos a day as you want if you buy me a nice new camera. No, but in all seriousness, the other one still works. I just got to get it to in fully working condition, I think, and we should be fine with that one. So here's everything I got. 12 proof Kennedys. Damaged proof one up there, like really highly damaged. And I'll do a quick overview. Dateless Buffalo, 59 large cent, 47 large cent, 29 large cent, 43 steel nickel, 1910 V nickel. I think I don't know which one's the 68 and which one's the 69, but say just for this, say you're doing a 68 chilled nickel, a 65 2-cent coin, 69 chilled nickel, a 64 2-cent, another 64 2-cent, or maybe that's a 9, might be a 69 2-cent, an 08 V nickel, 67 3 cents, a 65 3 cent, 69 3 cent, an 05 2 cent, a 10 V nickel, 59 proof Jefferson, another proof, looks like, or just, you know, high grade proof Jefferson nickel. The one, I don't know what the year on the other one is. It might also be 59. No, it's 99. So 59 is the one that's kind of interesting. My only silver piece that I know of, purple toned coin, and a die crack nickel. Oh, I can't forget about those 5 wheat still. But I think that the best thing I got in this trade is the thing I didn't really highlight. And that's all these baggies right here. And these bags are great because, you know, when I'm selling drugs on the street, when I'm slinging my crack and everything, I got some perfect bags for them. Now, obviously I'm joking. Never have seen crack in my life, and I don't intend on it. You know, the only thing I deal in is silver, and I guess other clad coinage. No, but seriously. I really do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you ever want to trade with me, let me know. I'm going to have to clear out some of this stuff first before I'm willing to do any trades with anyone else, because, let's face it, I got a lot of money to make. But there's a lot of potential in here, and, you know, I'm happy with it. And you might be wondering to yourself, why didn't you just sell all your silver if you're going to, you know, sell it anyway? Well, that's simply because of the fact that, for one, I like to do trades with other people in the community because it gets your name out there and it helps you out a little bit. But for two, I need to diversify my collection. Maybe I will keep this stuff. I don't know, but I definitely got to get me another one of those eagles because those things are skyrocketing in value. I mean, I'm definitely going to pick up another eagle the first chance I get. I paid 85 for it. It's going for 125 right now. I traded it out to this guy for 110, so, you know, not quite as much of what they sell for, so we're both happy. But, yeah, I got to pick up another one. Those things are skyrocketing, like I said, and they still got to announce the silver in them if you ever need to use it. But other than that, I don't need to recoup anything, I don't think. You know, I don't really care about the silver dollars or any crap like that. Or the nickels, I already have plenty of silver nickels. You know, and everything was profit for me, so I'm not going to complain about it. But yeah, YNumismetals, thanks for all the stuff, and I do hope that you like everything I sent you as well. I hope you enjoy the gifts, which I am sorry for spoiling. But yeah, that is it for this one. Peace, love, and much respect.